So welcome, everyone. I'm delighted that you've joined us in the middle of Ramadan, and thank you for taking the time. It's a very obviously important time of year for you all, and so being here with us is a tremendous honor. And this is the second of our female majlises, of our virtual female majlises. For those who have been, and I know Suede yourself has actually been, we run these events normally in person, but the reality is now we've had to move into the virtual world. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you a small introduction about the actual female majlis and what we will do. Then I'm going to have a wonderful conversation with the amazing Suede Al-Shamsi and the awesome Yasmin Al-Maimani, who are our two distinguished guests, and I'm delighted to have them with us. We will then move into what we call the peer mentoring part of the session, which is a part of the session where we will be paired up and work on an exercise that I will give you, okay? And then we'll come back. We'll do a final Q&A with our fantastic distinguished guests, and then we will close, okay? So the event is scheduled to be 1 hour. If there are people who can stay on and we can spend a little bit more time with our distinguished guests, we can look at that then. But we are together, inshallah, for the next hour, okay? Yes. So that's the introduction. Any questions on the introduction? Because I haven't finished yet. No, I just heard something. Okay, so let me start then. So as you can all see, I've got my slide share on and you can see the screen. So today, the Female Majlis is part of a program called Top of Her Game, and you can follow us on Instagram on @topofhergame. So we've been running these events since 2014, and our objective with the Female Majlis is to connect and women and build a very strong and solid community where women peer mentor and support each other. The way the program is structured is that with Top of Her Game, and I'm going to move to the next slide, we actually have 3 levels. We have at the bottom a whole range of activities, which is all about content to generate engagement around women breaking stereotypes in this part of the world. Now, you might ask, why is an expat living in Dubai running what is called a Female Majlis? I landed in Dubai, the first time I came here in 2009. I was actually living in London, and I didn't really know much about the region. But what I realized is when I came here the first time is that I had a very, how do I say it, unreal notion of the Middle East. In fact, I had the stereotype that women in the Middle East are, you know, how do I say this? They're not free, they don't have the opportunity that the West has. And when I came here, what I realized is that this is completely wrong. There's an extraordinary amount of women who live and function and do amazing things in this region. And what I wanted to do is to actually do 2 things. One is to showcase these amazing women and give them the energy and the fuel to really grow their careers. And on the second level is to break the stereotypes internationally that are held about women in this region, because every single one of you here are what I would call a game changer, women who are making waves and paving the opportunity for other women in the region. And in fact, Suad and Yasmin are 2 perfect examples of such extraordinary women. So in my company, what we do is we work with companies on retaining their customers and their employees. And women constitute the largest purchasing market in the world. And at the same time, we're also 51% of the population in terms of the working population in companies. but companies are not doing a great job at supporting us, which is one of the reasons why we need to create a community that really creates that environment where women can support each other and talk about things and really overcome our challenges together. So the way we run the Top of Our Game program overall is we share content on our social media, on our YouTube channel. We then have on the second level the female Majlis. These are the glue to creating this community. We've been running these events since 2014, and it's all about peer mentoring. And we will experience this right now in about half an hour together. And then from the third level, we also support women in their individual objectives and fueling really what their ambitions are. Okay, so those are the three levels by which we work on the Top of Our Game program. Now, as Hand was suggesting earlier, we have rules of engagement in the virtual female Majlis. This is a new experience for most of you. A lot of you have been before, and I know, Hand, you were here before. Dana, there's a couple of you who've returned, and I'm delighted by that. In fact, we've got a lot of you who've returned. This is actually a very, very safe environment. We want to be able to discuss challenges that women face in the region, and also for a lot of us who work in very male-dominated worlds. So we want to be able to have conversations. In fact, when I interviewed Yasmin 3 days ago, we were talking about the concept of rejection, and we're going to go back to this, okay? Because we have a lot of challenges that we can support each other and overcome them. What we will also be doing is that we will be holding conversations with women from other women in the region. So we've got women from Bahrain here, we've got women from Saudi, we've got women from the UAE. So you'll be actually connecting with people from a very different part of the GCC. And when we move into what we call the peer mentoring piece of the event, you will be connected with people randomly, okay? So you will be, the technology, I don't choose, the technology will choose who you will be paired with. And I will give you an exercise, and inshallah you can work on it together. And then when we come back, you will hopefully have gotten some inspiration from the other person, but at the same time, you will have been able to help somebody else. If you want afterwards for us to tell you who is the person you were paired with, all you have to do is we can make an introduction if you want to connect with them. Because you will not necessarily have the time to exchange emails. So part of what I believe is very important is in building this community is to actually connect people who have benefited from supporting each other, okay? So remember to tell us the name of the person who you were connected with, and we can make an introduction or provide whatever contact details they have provided us with, okay? So those are the rules of engagement, and please, please, please be very open. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to start our conversations with Swad and Yasmin. So I will ask Swad to start, who I love, by the way, your living room. I don't know what area you're in, Swad, but it's beautiful. So
this is our living room, yes.
Beautiful, mashallah. So can I ask you to introduce yourself briefly and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, Suad Al-Shamsi from United Arab Emirates. In the aviation industry, I'm almost 16 years. So, but I don't look old, don't worry. 16 years in the industry, aircraft engineer, and I was the first UAE female aircraft engineer, and for 14 years, 12 years, and now I'm as aviation consultant for the third biggest airport in the world is Abu Dhabi Airport. Hopefully, we cross finger that this year we have this opening. And all my life, education side, I've been studying aviation I have studied in Hertfordshire University in UK, aeronautical engineering. I'm holding 2 masters, one in aeronautical engineering, one in aviation management. This year, beginning of this year, I completed my PhD in aviation management as well. And you can see my passion is all about aviation and aircraft. And plus, I'm a mother. I have 2 boys, and one of them, he wants to be a pilot. And this is what I really love it, that, okay, I don't have a girl, but I have a boy who wants to be a pilot. So you can see the passion in my eyes that I'm encouraging people to be in the aviation industry. So this is the short bio and introduction about myself.
And we could go for hours because, right, you've written books, you are a speaker,
yes, okay.
so much. But let's keep it simple.
Yes, I'm a writer. I have 5 novels. One of them, it's been translated to the English. Thanks God we don't have a lot of men here. It's called How to Kill Your Man with No Evidence. The English edition will come in summer. The Arabic, it's أمنيتي أن أقتل الرجل. It's been sold out so far 18,600 books in the worldwide. So I have, this is, yeah, it's 5 novels, and this is my hobby as a writer and reading.
Congratulations, mashallah. Yasmin, we've got someone who's, before we move on to you, we've got a hand up from Lujan. Lujan, you can unmute yourself if you want. Do you have a question? Let me see. Lujan.
I don't know if they can hear me properly. Yeah.
No, that was a clap.
Oh, that was a clap. Okay.
Thank
you. Yes, he deserves many claps. Thank you for that.
Yes.
So, Yasmin, darling, introduce yourself as well. Captain, should I say Captain Yasmin?
Oh, Yasmin is enough. First of all, good evening, everyone. Ramadan Kareem to everyone, and I'm so happy to be here. And it's my honor, actually, to be here and speak and and share our experience together. About myself, I'm Yasmin Al-Maimani from Saudi Arabia. Right now, I'm a first officer with Nisma Airlines. I have been in aviation field around like 9 to 10 years. I got my license back in 2013, but I started working in aviation field since 2009. I worked in different you can say, departments in the flight operation and flight safety. And alhamdulillah, now I'm flying with one of the airlines in Saudi Arabia. And that's a short bio for me, yeah.
And I think you have the accolade of being the first yeah. Female first. Go on.
Exactly. I'm the first female commercial pilot of Saudi Arabia, flying in one of the Saudi companies.
Mashallah, congratulations. This is what we like. Women of firsts.
Yeah.
So my question to both of you, and we'll start with Swad. My question to both of you is, what is the biggest challenge you've had in your career, and how did you overcome it? I know there may be many, the biggest one.
The biggest one, from me, it was at the first shock in my life I got it, is when I got hired with one of the airline. And I remember the line manager, he said, I can hire you, but if you are my wife, I will divorce you in the same time. So I noticed that he can accept me as employee with him, but if his wife has this passion and this dream, he will divorce her. And I noticed that some of them, they will not accept a woman to be an aircraft engineer, cannot be in the aviation. And this was the most challenges for me, to change the mentality of the male and the female as well. The society that, come on, the lady can be aircraft engineer, can be a pilot, can be anything in the aviation industry. To change this mentality, it was the most challenges I faced in my career.
Okay, we'll come back to the house. Yasmin, what's your biggest challenge in your career?
The biggest challenge for me, as I said before, I have been searching for a job as a pilot, as a first officer since 2013. I'm starting, and it was like almost like every company was rejecting me. Like they don't say because you're a female, but one of the companies, they actually told me the only thing you are missing, that you are a female. They said it on my face. But that was the biggest challenge for me, getting hired as a pilot.
So both of you have talk about changing mentality and talking about this rejection and about change and changing mindsets. How did you get to where you are then? Swat?
For me, let's be honest, where to get I am now, I have to make a change. I want to show to the people what is done in the hangar, especially if we are working in a shift pattern. I want to show them that I'm an equal to the man. So I have to go to the level and understand the mentality of the man. So what I was starting doing, the first thing I start doing is drinking tea with them, start to show them that, okay, I am a female, but I can work exactly equal to them. So I have to do more force, more achievement, more than them to show to my manager that, no, you can trust me as an aircraft engineer. So it's working more. So sometimes our working hours take 12 hours. For me, I have to stay in the office 14 hours to show them that, no, you can trust a female in this area. And especially when it's take me a lot of reading, because some of them, they were expert than me, many years in the hangar, like 10 years, 15 years. So it's taken me longer to educate myself, because, when you graduate from university, you get all the theory, all the books in your mind, but physically it takes you longer to understand and be expert. So what I was done, I've been doing a schedule for me to go all around to understand each area. I push, I give a plan to my manager, and he understands that is I'm not entering to this field just because a show or a title, as much I have this passion. So it's take me time, but and a lot of teaching and a lot of educating myself and educating who's surrounding me. So I keep entering to the mentality of the different, because we have different nationality, different background. So I have Indian, Pakistan, British, French, if you can name any nationality. So I try to understand all of them till they count me one of them. When you go and leave or you are sick, they call me. Till today, when I left the hangar and I go as a consultant, till today, they tell me, like, when are you coming back to the hangar? So this is what I think it's changed the mentality and accepting us in the maintenance side.
Great. How about yourself, Yasmin? Thank you so much. Yasmin.
I do agree with Suad. Similar, I had to do the same stuff. But what I did, I was working different departments. I was working with flight operation, flight safety, and also like I was working day and night. At night, I was being at airside. I was changing aircraft documents, sometimes working with the flight engineers, like, to show them that, look, I'm a girl and I can be a pilot. I can be there. I can be, like more hard worker, like just like anyone else. So I was working day and night. And to be honest, so when the Vision 2030 came up last year for women, like considering women in aviation, women in all departments and all fields, that game-changing time for me. When I got my chance to become a pilot, I got my first chance with one of the airlines, with Nisma Airlines, and they actually hired me as a first officer. That was the game-changing point for me.
So how do you both then go about with encouraging women to have that same level of tenacity? Because both of you seem to have, you talk about the mindset change and overcoming rejection. It's not easy. How do you encourage other women?
To go to the other women, I do believe supporting each other, it's helped us to make the women have their passion, their dream, even to make, see, I do believe that all us, we need to support each other. As I told you previous, Christina, that each single woman born to be a leader, powered by her heart, by her mind, by her body. If she has a dream and passion about it, she can fight for it. So to show them, we need to go to them. So for me, for example, part of my job, I go to school, I go to the university, I go to the people, I open my social media. I was not active that much in the social media. So I've been active to social media. I go worldwide to show that not only women, Arab women can be supporting each other. And the opportunity nowadays, if I counted from more than 18 years when I decided to study aeronautical engineering. We were not having this opportunity. But nowadays, university is there, the support from management there, the support from the government there. So why we don't support each other as a woman? So we go to them. Sometimes they come to us and we show them what they can do. We give them the tips. We can give them what the challenges they might face it in this industry and how they can take over and be leader and be success in this field.
Wow, mashallah, you do that. You do a lot of speaking and we've done a lot of stuff together and you deserve every accolade. Yasmin, how about yourself? How do you encourage other women?
I encourage other women. First of all, when it came to me, you know, when in 2009, when I got my first license, I wish if I had someone to guide me, to show me, you know, the actual path. But I didn't have anyone around me, you know, to ask, who to go to. So now, alhamdulillah, when I have this title, when I have like, alhamdulillah, what I wish for, my goals are there. I do, you know, sometimes my social media, I have like too many girls, too many females that are coming, approaching me and asking me. I do support them through my social media. And sometimes I also go to the schools, universities, and, you know, speak there. And too many girls, you know, like it's amazed me, too many girls here, like 50 or 60%, they come and ask me and about aviation, about how to become a pilot. So I really wish, you know, like they can pursue their dream. And also here in Saudi Arabia, they're having 2 or 3 schools, inshallah, opening very soon. And they are actually, they want female pilots to come there and, you know, to actually take their training from there. So alhamdulillah, like we are doing pretty good here for supporting each other and, you know, encouraging each other, inshallah, to be successful pilots or engineers, inshallah, very soon.
Fantastic. Congratulations. This is what we need to hear more of. And if there's any way we can support, and I know Mervat is here with us, who has very kindly put us in touch, and Swad put me in touch with Mervat, because you also have women in aviation.
Yes.
And I think that is a big accolade, which I think, Swad, you were a co-founder in?
Yes, so I'm one of the board member with Women in Aviation Middle East chapter, and this is one of the biggest support. It's non-profit organization we are supporting, and the president is Mervat. We are there to support all ladies in Middle East, either who's in the aviation industry or who wish to enter to the aviation industry.
Fantastic. One of the things that I take away is that I had met a young lady in Fujairah when we did, as top of her game, we did a conference for Sheikh Shamsa in Fujairah, and I remember meeting a young girl who wanted to become a pilot. And this was 3 years ago. She's still at school. I think she's still at school. So I have to find her name and connect you, because
she's most welcome. We link her. We can support her. We link her.
Absolutely.
And Women in Aviation, and she can be one of the best. Don't worry. We are there to support
inshallah.
them. Yes.
Inshallah. Wonderful. So what I'd like to do now, I know we can talk for hours. What I'd like to do now is to give everyone a few more minutes to think about the questions they would ask Swad and Yasmin if they have any questions, and to put it on chat. Before that, however, we're now going to proceed, because we've been inspired on the whole subject of women supporting other women. What we're going to do now is we're going to move to the portion of the event where we're actually going to talk to someone else who is on this particular event, and then we will come back and do more questions for Swad and Yasmin, okay? So what I'll do here is I will share my screen once again, and we will go back to the presentation that I had shown you earlier, and I will give you some instructions on what will happen next. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to change the slide. What we're going to do now is the peer mentoring piece of the event. So what I'd like you to do, firstly, you're going to be paired with someone completely randomly who is in this event at this very time. Okay, what I'd like you to do is firstly introduce yourself. So introduce yourself briefly. Hi, I'm Christina and I work in Aquatique, for example. Then you're going to share what your biggest challenge is with the other person. That might be something at work, it might be something related to your personal life, whatever that might be that is bothering you. And let the other person find a way to see that they can help you. Let's find through discussion, how could the other person help you? It could be they've got an idea of how you could overcome that challenge. Maybe they can introduce you to someone. Wasta is very big for us women.
Yes.
And or maybe another woman, or think about ways that you can support each other. And then do it both ways. So one person does it first, introduces themselves, talk about the biggest challenge, and then the other person tries to help, and vice versa, okay? You will only have 8 minutes. It goes really quickly, trust me. A lot of people who've been here before are probably saying, yes, it does, and nodding their heads. So give it a good thought. What's your biggest challenge? And speak fast, introduce yourself, try and help each other, and then we'll come back to the main portion where everybody else will also be, okay? Now, the technology will pair you. There is a chance, there is a chance that some of you will not be paired. If we have, because at the moment, for example, we've got 49 people, so we've got an odd number. So there may be someone who doesn't get paired. It's okay, wait. And we'll all come back then to this main portion of the event, okay? So don't leave, stay with us. So what I'll do now is I will stop the sharing. I hope you took a picture of that. And what we'll do now is I will set up the breakout room. So we're going to do this right now. I'm setting the technology up. We're now 40 old, so excellent. So you will see, you will get a little link that says to you, click here to join breakout, and just click and join, okay? So have the conversation, be quick, and then you will come back. I will give you a notice when we've got about 1 minute to go, okay? And you will automatically be brought back to this same location where we are now. So I encourage you, if you can, please put your cameras on and test your audios. Make sure that people can hear you. So please put your cameras on so that the other person that you're talking to can see you. Yeah, thank you, Noura. Thank you, Latifa, for putting your cameras on. So here we go. I'm creating the rooms. So there we go, opening all rooms. Someone who was paired, can you give me your feedback, please?
Yes, I can. It was excellent. I love, this is Alia.
Ah.
Okay. Can I speak? No?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. We can't see you.
Yeah. I'm Alia. I'm an artist, and it was excellent, honestly, and I would love to repeat it again.
Great, inshallah. So because inshallah, we're short of time, we will carry on with our distinguished guests because we have a little bit of time left, and I want to make sure that you all have the opportunity to speak, ask your questions, sorry. So I would love to have any questions for two amazing guests, Suad Al-Shamsi and Yasmin Al-Maimani, who really are extraordinary in the field of aviation, but not only. Any questions, please, can you write them on chat? I can carry on talking, but I want you to come forward with any questions you might have. We have a comment here. I'm already in love with Rahaf. Who's Rahaf? And this is a question to Kalthum. Kalthum, who's Rahaf?
Hi.
Hi, who's Rahaf?
Rahaf is the partner you partnered me with.
Oh, great. So, okay.
Yeah, now we are friends.
Excellent. That's the reason why we do this. So we have questions. So Fatma Al-Saidi is asking, is there someone in your life who gave you the motivation to reach this place? And this is for both of you, Suad and Yasmin. Who's going to start?
Yasmin, you want to start? Or I think, Yasmin, you can start. Every time I'm starting. So Yasmin can...
I couldn't hear it. Christina, can you please repeat the question because I couldn't hear it?
Oh, you couldn't hear it. Sorry. So is there someone in your life who gave you the motivation to reach this place?
Of course, my family, my mom and dad, but my dad the most.
Tell us more about your dad.
My dad, he really, wanted to be a pilot before, but he couldn't. And also, he wanted one of his sons to be a pilot. Okay. Then one day, I just felt like, why I cannot, make his dream come true. So he was the one like who made me, the challenge everyone, challenge the whole nation to become one.
So he's a male game changer, not
Yes.
just a female game changer. And you have a male game changer in your life. That's fantastic.
Of course, Christina, as I said, even like a female, if she wants to do something, it's not just her, it's about her environment, the people around her, and who she's surrounded, how they are supporting her. Male, female, even male, they have to be supportive, in order for her to achieve something in her life.
Fantastic. Swad, how about yourself?
Okay, it's to be honest, the motivating things, yeah, the supportive I get from my family, but two things it's motivate me more. The first one is my father, he passed away when I was just 10 months, and people, they were telling my mother that your kids will never be a leader, they will never be well educated, because she was so young, she was 26 when my father, he passed away. So I was planning to show those people, negative people, that woman, even if she's alone, can be powered. So when I succeed, I learn, I teach myself, I've been passing a lot of things. And what I am right now is because to show people that my mother, she's powered, and she gave me this power to continue. The other motivating things that people will come to me and say, you cannot do it, you are just a female. I just make me something, make me angry inside. No, I want to show them that women can do it. It's like, just I want to change that. Come on, guys, keep the negative things. So the most thing they give me negative energy, I translate it to positive. So this is the things make me motivate and reach what I am right now.
Fantastic. That's very powerful. We have another question from Kaya. Do you find that the incoming generation has different views of women in aviation or / industry business?
Income generation.
So the younger generation, do they have a different view?
To be honest, some of them, yes. I saw that more female that are entering to the industry, but I think they just don't understand the challenges they might face, how hard it can be. I'm talking about maintenance side, okay, of the aircraft, and be in the site and the field, and even the pilot. So I think the income, they knows that is wow, it's very nice, it's a new industry, but they don't know what they can't face, some of the percentage, and I think we need more to educate them from this side.
Okay, Yasmin, how about yourself? Do you see any difference with the younger?
Christina, I do see like too many like women that are coming up, with new ideas and new field and new challenges. Also in aviation field nowadays, I see like almost like 150 female pilots now in the US. They're doing their training. So I agree with Saad, like they don't know the challenges and everything, but we are the pioneers to make it easy for them. That's why, where we are, that's where our role works. We have to, just support them and, like take them to that fight so they don't face what we have faced in our past.
Which is why both you ladies are extraordinary, because you have made it your life's work to encourage young women. And again, full credit to yourselves and Mervat for Women in Aviation chapter in the Middle East. So there's a question here for Swad. How can you make balance between your personal and practical life? And this is from Asma.
How I make practice between my life? I make a schedule. I have a calendar, daily calendar, weekly and monthly, and I divide it between the three people in my life and all my family, especially my boys, and my hobbies that I'm so addicted to books. Like yearly, I can finish between 200 to 200. Like in 2019, I completing reading 286 books. I hate TV. Trust me. So I make a schedule. I make a calendar. I keep a space like this day I'm visiting my mom. This is a time for my sister. This is a time for my kids. And I think this is the good things. I put it and I put a note. I have like a word. I put every single thing. The message I have to put it for my kids, the message for myself. And I think this is what encouraged me to continue. It's not 100% completed, but I try my best to balance the whole daily, weekly, and monthly.
Wow. Very impressive. Very impressive. So we've got a question here from Bushra. Bushra is asking, what is the one piece of advice you would give to a youth who's still in uni and interested in aeronautics? This is Bushra Al-Zadaj. Hold on. Bad eyes. Bushra Al-Zajali. There we go.
Al-Zajali. The one advice for aeronautical engineering, you have to have the background of science, math, physics, and you have to be very good in learning and teaching yourself, because daily by day you will be always in training, always in a classroom, always you have to work under the aircraft. If you can handle it, the environment, safety shoes, all of this, and especially working in summer is so difficult. And most important, you accept to work in shift pattern. So this is all of the challenges you might face it. If you are having, it's okay with you, then go for it.
Fantastic. How about yourself, Yasmin? What's your answer to darling Bushra?
For Bushra, I suggest for her, okay, she's doing her studies. Meanwhile, she have to keep reading, keep being updated with the new information in the aeronautical field. Just keep reading, keep yourself updated, keep learning more and more, keep doing other courses which will help her to get a better position in her future.
Great. So common thread there about learning. Fantastic. And on that note, we have a question from Hend. And she's asking, is there a scholarship for young girls who have a great passion about being a pilot? And the context to this is because she spoke to a young woman from Tunisia who is hoping to move into the aeronautical field as a pilot. What's the answer to that?
You want to go first, Saad, or?
Scholarships for pilots.
It depends. Where is she from? Can you hear me?
Mervat is responding for scholarship in engineering.
I think some of the university they are doing, I think for, yeah. Mervat is there in aviation.
Yeah, Mervat has said we have a scholarship for engineering. Mervat, you can jump in, by the way. You can unmute yourself. And then she says, check our website,
Hi, everybody. Thank you for today. It's amazing. Thank you very much. Yes, we have one scholarship. It's for the engineering. Unfortunately, we don't have for the pilot. But also we have internship with the Gate Gourmet. This is from 3 to 6 months in Abu Dhabi. It's going to be a very good opportunity for people who want to learn more about FBO and about the catering for a private jet. This is very nice one. And for the engineering, we have it in Dubai. It's with the institution considered the best in the Dubai. And they received awards, which say they are the best in UAE.
Fantastic. And Mervat, is there a woman in aviation Tunisia?
No, actually they don't have, but we have a lot of ladies from Tunisia. They are member with us. So we are covering more, we could say the Arab world. So we have members from the Middle East, GCC country, North Africa, and from the Africa itself. We have a lot of members from there. Nigeria, Kenya, Niger, you just name it.
Okay, so we can, Mervat, I think I've got Bushra's email. Bushra will connect you to Mervat. Is that okay if we can do that? And then maybe you can
Yeah,
continue
absolutely.
that
You're welcome, Bushra, to be part with us. You can just link to the website. There's a link to be a member. Once you get the membership number, so you received an email, give you opportunity what we have so far. Also send you invitation to attend our conference. We have annual conference in Dubai. Our next will be in October, inshallah.
Inshallah, because it might have to be virtual, Mervat.
Yeah.
Cross fingers,
might
not
face to face with hang and kisses.
So what we will do is we've got a couple more questions, but I'd like to do a poll first, and then we'll come back for a few more questions because we've got about 4 minutes remaining. So I'd like to ask you to please answer this question. So I'm going to launch the poll, and I would like you to tell us, would you recommend the virtual female Majlis to your friends, colleagues, and anyone who you know, please, this is very important for us to get feedback. So we've actually got 27 responses. 73% have voted. Come on, yes, and we're at 100%. Yay! Keep going, keep going. Excellent. So keep going. We got a few more seconds. We've got 16% who haven't voted. Can I urge you? Yes. Okay, I'm going to end the polling because we're short of time, but 100% of you who did vote said that you would. I'm delighted. Thank you so much. Let's see if I can share the results. Can I share the results?
yes.
Yay! So let's do a nice screenshot of that. And then we'll go back to a couple of final questions. I know we've got 1 more minute to go to the event, but if you've got a little bit more time, would you mind staying on? Because we've got a couple more questions for both Yasmin and Swad. Are you okay to stay on for a few more minutes? Let's say 10 more minutes?
Yes.
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 Okay, so how do you stay motivated when you are surrounded by unsupportive, negative people at work and make you feel isolated, especially now in quarantine is the question. How do you stay motivated when you're surrounded by unsupportive, negative people at work and make you feel isolated?
Okay, you want me to start, or Yasmin, you want to start? Because I am not staying home most of the time. I'm 3 days working, or 2 days a week and 3 days from home. What is staying me positive and energy, I think that I'm always saying that I'm spending time. God is giving me to rest, because what is will come after, it will make us to work more and work and work. I think we will miss those days that we are staying home with the kids, with our family. And always I believe that cup of coffee, good book, and good family surrounding make me positive and energy. And to miss my aircraft, I always say miss my aircraft to get me power and go back to work, 100% energies.
Great. How about yourself, Yasmin? Thank you for that, Swad.
First of all, I really miss flying. Really, you know, I missed the cockpit. I missed the whole thing. And how I stay motivated right now, I told you like 3 days ago, I finished my bachelor's degree in business. Thank you so much. And now I'm inshallah planning for my master's in aviation. And also I'm doing like short courses, aviation related to safety and investigation courses, and maybe read about more aviation industry. That's how I stay, you know, motivated. That's all I do.
And I think it links to the next question, which is all about passion. What should we do when we lose our passion? You don't give up, Yasmin.
That's a good question.
No.
So the question is, what do you do when you lose your passion for something? And this is a question from Kaltham.
Is it for me?
Oh no, from Asma, from both of you.
I go first, Saad.
Okay, Yasmin, you can start. Yeah, no, you start because my answer will be so crazy.
Whenever I lose hope, and as I told you before, like I had the face like too many rejections. Okay, I do remember all those. I do remember the people who were like laughing at me at one of the time when that you cannot be that one. Just leave this field, do something else. I keep remembering them because I don't want that people to be happy. I cannot make them happy. It's just like, it's my passion and I want to make it come true. And this is what I was born to do. This is my identity. So you have to keep thinking about it, keep reminding yourself that that's what your identity will be, inshallah, in your future. Just work hard on yourself.
So the question here is, what should she do if she loses her passion? And there is an angle there. Are you doing something you love? But I will shut up because the question is to both you and Swad. But I'll come back to that. Swad. Thank you, Yasmin.
My answer will be so crazy. Okay, so the thing when I lose passion, what I do, first of all, forget about how. I will not ask how she lose her passion. Maybe is it because of the people surrounded her or the environment? Lady, always I say, put your lipstick on, go have your drink coffee, start dancing, put very silly music. I know it's Ramadan, okay, but I have like a song. Always I say, I keep singing, be happy. Okay, you remember those fish in the Italian restaurant, be happy or feel good or anything make you really laughing. Okay, and I start dancing, forgetting about any negative things, and I go back to my passion. Just don't lose hope. Always I say, a small craziness thing let you link again back to your passion. So do any silly thing. Okay, forget about the music, dancing, go draw, do anything stupid you think people might laugh at you if you say that I did it. And then it's make you laugh and build your passion inside your heart and say to yourself in front of the mirror, yes, I have this passion, I can do it and I will do it. And this is what I do in personal, to be honest.
Inshallah. So never lose your passion. Do what you love is one of the key things. Yes. Now, we had a question, and this is from Dana, about your book, Swad. Remind us the amazing title of your book.
Okay, it's in Arabic. أمنيتي أن أقتل رجلا خطة لقتل الرجل دون دليل. This is the one I sold 18,000 book. I have another one. It's called Barcode. It's been published last year, and alhamdulillah, more than 5,000 been sold. I have عاشقة بين بولاق ودبي. It's been given the title of the longest UAE novel, and recently it's been translated, both of them, Barcode and How to Kill Your Man, with no evidence, in English and French. It will be by summer.
That's the one. I think that's the one that Dan is picking on.
أمنيتي أن أقتل رجل خطة لقتل رجل دون دليل. It's in Arabic, and the English edition will come in the summer, inshallah, after Eid.
And can you tell us what it's about? Because I'm curious again. I know you've told me once.
Okay, people maybe think it's a killing novel. No, it's the voice of the man and the voice of the woman. It's a true story, and you can hear both voices in this story.
Very interesting.
All the best.
Thank you.
Mashallah. So she does all of this, and she has the time to write 5 books. Mashallah, you're amazing.
Thank you,
so are you, Yasmin. We're getting some amazing feedback on here. Mervat has shared her email with everyone. So Bushra, if you're still here. No, I think she's gone because she's had another event to go to. But you've got Mervat's email, and as I said earlier, if there's any contacts you want to make and you didn't get the other person's contact details, happy if you drop me a line. Now, I did threaten you, if we've got no more questions. Oh, there is a question, but in the meantime, I'll come back to this. I did threaten you with actually doing our selfie. So this is the time to start putting lipstick on. Put lipstick on, fix Shayla's, sort your hair out, whatever you like to do. And so in the meantime, I will ask the final question. Is it possible to find your book, Swad, online?
Yes,
from Mariam.
it's sold online in Amazon, in souk.com, and as well you can find it in Midad online. They are selling. If you want to have it as a hard copy, they send it to your home. If you wanted to have it online, they can send you PDF. And you can find it in online, yes. Amazon, souk.com, Noon, and Midad.
Okay, great. So Mariam says thanks. As you are all now, I would like you all to start showing us your faces, your beautiful faces. You're hiding behind. There we go. Thank you. I've got one more question from Hand. You had to leave a big question for last. How is the aviation industry responding to the COVID-19 pandemic? I'd like to hear from our speakers on how it will revive gradually. This is a very, very long question, Hand.
Yes.
So everyone else, while the ladies are speaking, would you mind, we would like to see your faces. Please reveal yourselves. Start.
Okay, to be honest, yeah, the aviation industry been affected by COVID-19 a lot, not only in the Arab country and Middle East, as worldwide. But I think when it's come to recovering from this virus, I think it will be the highest requirement as the aviation industry, because we did a survey and people, if is it in summertime, they will travel or not. And we noticed that 65% of people, they are willing to travel if they have the chance to travel and be in the aircraft. So I think if is it their chance, the opportunity for the aviation industry will be high in the economic after COVID-19 will be, I will not say over, but at least most of the people recover from the virus.
Inshallah. Inshallah. So, everyone else, will you please show us your beautiful faces while we take our selfie? Okay, this is the final chance because we're going to wrap up in exactly 1 minute. Yes? Excellent. Okay, so photographer Dana, over to you. Excellent. Everyone smile. Yay. You're muted, Dana, so we can't hear what you're saying. Oh, good. Dana's given us a thumbs up. So we're now at the end. Can I say thank you ever so much to both Swad and Yasmin, who've been so fantastic. You're such extraordinarily inspirational women. Thank you for taking the time, especially during Ramadan. Can I thank every single one of you wonderful, gorgeous ladies, that at least those that I can see, for being with us, and those that I can't see, I send you my regards virtually, and say thank you to you too as well. Please, as we're wrapping up, I'm going to share my screen again. I encourage you to do a couple of things as I share my screen. Here we go. The couple of things are: give us your feedback, which you have, follow us and share. This is my personal Instagram and Top of Her Game. And please recommend a friend for our next event, which inshallah will be in June, okay, with extraordinary women, as we've had Suad and Yasmin. So please keep that in mind. And with that, I will say thank you so much to all of you. Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem, everyone.
Ramadan Kareem, everyone. And stay home, stay safe, please.
Yes, stay home.
And thank you, Swad. Thank you, Yasmin. You've been amazing.
Thanks a lot. Thank you for everyone who attended. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you, Christina, for hosting this event. And we'll see you in the next Majlis, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you,
bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.